Hi everyone, good evening to another exciting evening of Extra Time Soccer Live. Hashtag Fans Street Chat. We're live in London at the home of Arsenal. Emirates Stadium is where we are today. We're bringing you all the exciting, thoughts, comments from fans of Arsenal and Crystal Palace.
It's the best I've seen Arsenal play in years, the first half. 4-0, great goal.
4-1.
Great result. We needed it really. We need a good result after what's been happening the last week or two on the transfer front. So I think that's what we need. We need a good result to lift the team.
Really excited.
Do you expect the scoreline?
Yeah.
Do you?
5-0 we wanted.
I wanted 5-0, but 4-1 I will take.
4-1 you won't take this place.
Ozil.
Big names are actually moving, the likes of Sanchez and probably Ozil.
Very excited. Quality result from lads. Did well. Yeah, hopefully we can be consistent over the next few games.
Who exactly actually impressed you more?
Ozil.
Ozil?
Yeah, his movement was good. I think we might get Aubameyang in and Mkhitaryan from Sanchez.
We didn't play very well in the first half. I think we played a lot better in the second half. Obviously disappointed.
I'm not very excited at all because I'm a Palace fan, but I was very impressed with Ozil and Wilshere. And I wish you all the best against Chelsea in the week.
The guys, they came out and they performed. First half, we controlled the game. Second half, Crystal Palace basically came back, but they weren't good enough, right? I think we will go to the market. I think it's a good thing Alexis Sanchez going. Don't get me wrong, he's a class player still, but I think he kind of disrupt the whole flow. And today's results show that basically we can do it, innit? Before you move on to that, just take a little pre off my hat there, man. What does it say there?
For life.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Document that.
Robbed.
You robbed?
Yeah, because we beat them 3-0 last year.
Actually, impressed you more from the Crystal Palace side?
Benteke. And
You
Zaha.
do something in the market?
Well, bring on Aubameyang, bring on Mkhitaryan if so. They played together in Germany, so hopefully they can do it here. Winners of Dortmund, so winners of Arsenal.
Do you think England will go ahead and beat Nigeria this time around?
Yeah, of course.
With the likes of Alex Iwobi?
Well, Wilshere's back now in England, right? We got Jack's back, so.
I don't have one for Iwobi, but when I got home I'll write it. But what I can say, I could have watered them little chicken up a White Hart Lane, Danny Alley, Danny Rose, and the one Harry Kane. If you win the title, we no name where we name. Gonna survive!
In 1994 at Wembley Stadium, England defeated Nigeria 1-0 in a friendly game. Do you think England can beat Nigeria in the next game, June the 2nd?
I think it'll be close, but we'll give it a go, and I think we'll give you a run for your money.
But, you yourself, you're a footballer, and then looking at the Nigerian squad, what can you actually say about the Super Eagles right now? First African country to qualify for the World Cup. Now in the World Cup, playing England, June the 2nd. Overall, what do you think the team can do in Russia?
Well, I think they have a good chance, but they're not going to be used to the cold, so they're going to have to adapt to it.
But most of the players actually playing in Europe.
True, but they're going to have to work hard to play as a team.
Finally, your prediction, England against Nigeria, your prediction?
I think 2-2 draw.
Tell you what, Nigeria, Africa in general have some class play. Some top class players, some of the best in the world. However, if you look at the England squad at the moment, they're looking dangerous, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to say England might turn Nigeria over still.
Do you think England can actually go ahead and win the World Cup?
No.
Why?
Because they haven't got depth in quality.
Don't get me wrong, I figure they might go further than they've been before. But England on the big stage, on the big stage, they crumble really,
Too many Tottenham players though. That's my only one gripe with England. They never do. They do it for Tottenham. They don't do it for England. So
but what do you think is going to cause a threat? Up front for England against Nigeria?
Might be Harry Kane, but
Harry Kane. Everyone talks about
England, Nigeria.
Yes.
2-1 to England.
2-1.
2-1 to England.
Hopefully.
So do you think England can win the World Cup come Russia 2018?
No.
Oh, why?
Because they never make it through.
If you look at the Kane, man, it hurt my heart to mention that dude's name as a gooner still, but you know what I'm saying? From an England perspective, they're looking good. Young, quick and all that. Yeah.
Do you think England can win the World Cup?
No chance.
Do you think England can go ahead and beat Nigeria again?
Yes.
It's 2nd of June at Wembley Stadium. Do you think England can go ahead and beat Nigeria again?
Yeah, I think they can.
Before you go, do you think England can win the World Cup again? Come Russia 2018.
Hopefully in my lifetime. I'm 56 years old, so hopefully in my lifetime.
Listen, man, that's asking for a miracle, innit?
Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of Extra Time Soccer Live, coming to you live from Shooters Hill Lawn Tennis Club here in Shooters Hill. Tonight we have with us John Ratcliffe, the chairman of Pathway Sports and shareholder of Burnley Football Club here in England. Thanks for joining us, John.
Good evening.
And, we're just going to be looking at the EPL Roundup. And first on our list is Brighton Albion playing against Chelsea. Chelsea were away. The game ended 4-0. Your thoughts?
Well, Chelsea are beginning to play a little bit now. A rough start at the beginning of the season. I remember going there, the first game of the season. Burnley won there. They got a couple of players sent off, and we run away with the game in the end, 3-2. But Chelsea now beginning to play, and they've got a couple of new players coming in.
3 points away from Burnley.
Well, a fascinating game. I was fortunate to see it live. Burnley pressed them hard, and Manchester United really had to fight for the three points. And it's interesting. Sean Dyche signed a new contract for 4 years. Brought in Aaron Lennon, interesting player there, and so therefore I think we will watch them carefully. Maybe not so much this season, but next season, my God, if they can get a real class, maybe a good Nigerian player coming in there to score some goals.
2-0
Yeah.
in favour of Leicester City home side. We have in Leicester, we have Ndidi and then Iheanacho, but unfortunately Ahmed Musa didn't make the pack.
Yeah.
But overall, what do you think?
Well, indeed,
Ahmed is doing very well.
yeah, he's doing very well, and indeed he played a good game. The side is beginning to gel together now, so it must be coming together for them on the training field, and we're beginning to see that on the field.
Man City has run away with the EPL.
Well, I've been very fortunate to see Manchester City live, and they are a fantastic side.
We have Southampton played against Spurs. It was a raining football. It was wet
Yes,
all
it was.
But Spurs are quite complaining. The players are complaining of the weather.
Well,
the game ended 1-0. We saw one of our young lad, Michael Obafemi, 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Then he was 14, and actually, made the impact. Nearly scored the winning goal for Southampton.
Yeah.
What are your
Well, it's great to see youngsters having an opportunity to come in. One of the problems in the Premier League, there's so much at stake. How do you allow these youngsters to get in there and make an impact? But Southampton took that gamble. Yes, it was a very heavy pitch. The pitch did well under the circumstances. Spurs are a tremendous side. I saw them play Burnley earlier in the season. Burnley pressed, but Spurs break out of a press so well, and so Southampton did very well to get the result that they did there.
On Monday Night Football, we saw Swansea beating Liverpool on an unexpected result.
Wow, unbelievable,
Swansea,
wasn't it? I mean,
absolutely an Ivorian, and then in Liverpool we have Mane and Salah. But on the night they were unable to do.
They were unable to do it, weren't they? They just couldn't turn on. I mean, it was really the shock of the weekend. No one expected Swansea to pull it off against Liverpool, but they did. I mean, Liverpool played so well against Manchester City, that high press, and they were able to match them all through the game. But then they go to Swansea, and it just seems to fall apart. The managers must be wondering what on earth is happening.
Niasse, Oman Niasse. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's a great goal he scored, but Big Sam has that magic touch. He's so well organised. The way he organises his side, he uses a lot of IT, a lot of statistics to make sure the players know what they're doing. They're well drilled. It's just that organisation, you can see it coming through. But it's still a big job to do there.
Arsenal against Crystal Palace. We were live at the stadium at Emirates to watch this game. They, between 15 minutes, it seems Arsenal came out as a wounded lion. Scoring 4 goals in the first half. We were thinking maybe they might not be able to do it. With the likes of Sanchez leaving, but the young lads came up and probably
absolutely. It's a Jekyll and Hyde side, isn't it?
Absolutely.
1 week they play well, the next week they don't play well. I think it's about getting those players. I think the side was unsettled with what was going on, knowing what goes on behind the scenes. It unsettled the side. Now he's gone. It gives an opportunity for the players players to settle and perform for the manager, because whatever people say, he's a great manager.
Arsenal fans were quite, impressed by the performance of the players, and also probably looking forward to see the likes of Pierre Aubameyang from Dortmund probably joining the team. What do you think about the man?
Well, it's a great opportunity, isn't it, for young players from Africa to come into those sides. Two great opportunities. But it's interesting, two older managers, both over 65, both claiming their pension, giving the opportunity for the youngsters. And it's really good to see that opportunity, because as I said earlier, it's hard to get that opportunity in the Premier League.
Thank you so very much, John, and
it's great to talk to you.
To continue to have a chat. Extra Time Soccer Live, coming to you live from the long tennis court here in Shooters Hill. We're quickly going to be looking at the top 10 African players in the EPL and also in leagues across Europe. Number one on our list today is Victor Moses, plays for Chelsea and Nigeria. Number two is Wilfred Ndidi, plays for Leicester City and Nigeria. And number three is Eric Aubameyang, who plays for Dortmund and Gabon. We were told, as a rumor that is going on, that he might be moving to the EPL. Arsenal are looking very great to have the services of Aubameyang. And number four on our list is Mo Salah. He plays for Liverpool and Egypt. And number five is Ayew Jordan. He plays for Swansea City and Ghana. And number six is Oman Niasse. He plays for Everton and Senegal. Absolutely, Niasse scored the only goal for Everton this weekend. And number seven on our list is Wilfred Zaha. He plays for Crystal Palace and Ivory Coast. Number 8, Alex Iwobi. He plays for Arsenal and Nigeria. And number 9 is Kelechi Iheanacho. He plays for Leicester City and Nigeria. Kelechi actually made an history by scoring the VAR goal in the EPL. And finally on our list this week is Michael Obafemi, the youngster that actually came on for Southampton. Nearly scored, trying to get Liverpool for all the 3 points. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful segment. England playing against Nigeria.
Yeah.
The game is set for June the 2nd. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's unbelievable, isn't it? What a great opportunity for Nigeria to showcase themselves. It's been a long time since they placed England in 1994. Now the game's moved on. We're into a game now which has changed from that slow pace of game. I think we're seeing the World Cup this time. Teams going for that high press, trying to press teams, trying to get the ball, and then that quick, sharp incision into the opposition. And Nigeria are well placed with that. They've got the players who can do that. The key thing, have they got the discipline in the side to pull it together, to put that individual skill? That will be the big thing to see against England, and they'll have an opportunity to showcase what the nation can do.
England can actually go ahead and win the World Cup just as they did in 1966?
Oh, I think that's a very tall order. I think England perhaps can get to the last 8, but beyond that it's going to be a very tall order. We've got some very good sides in there. I mean, the Belgians are good, very, very good side. Spain, you can never rule out the Germans. Then we go across to South America. There's always a turn-up somewhere in Africa. Someone may come through there. And so it's a very, very difficult tournament. So England have got to play very, very well to get anywhere near the last 4.
I mean, looking at the England off front, who do you think can actually give Nigerian defence a tough time?
Well, Harry Kane, obviously. I mean, he is a top-class player, isn't he? If he keeps playing as he's playing now, then he's going to be a real threat to those Nigerian players. So Harry's got to be the one to watch.
And finally, what do you think the scoreline would be?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I think England might just nudge it, but I expect a goal from Nigeria. So let's say 2-1 to England, but it's going to be very, very tight. And you never know, if Nigeria can put that team effort in together, the individual flair may just nick it for them. Before the draw was made, one of the top teams I thought were going to do well were Belgium. And so therefore, although they've drawn Belgium in the group, it's not a bad thing, because even if England comes second, they'll go through, and then they wouldn't meet Belgium again until the final if both teams went all the way. So to a certain extent, it's a tricky group, but I don't think they have to come top, to be quite honest with you. Avoid Belgium again, having played them in the group, and we'll get a good view of how good the sides are, because those are two good sides playing each other. Might not be a bad thing at the end of the day, but we've got to remember there's an awful lot of other good teams there in the other groups. There's a lot of football to be played, and I think it'd be interesting to see how the managers of the world teams actually go about the business. Will they go about the old European slow way of playing, the German building up slowly, or will they go for this new high press game? And that would be very interesting to see, because it'd be interesting how the Nigerian players and the African players who can play that high press game fit into that. It could be quite interesting. We may see some new characters coming through. Some of the younger players who are given a chance, maybe one of those is going to be a star. You've mentioned 1 or 2 in your top 10 today. Maybe one of those could come through as a star this World Cup.
Follow us on all our social media handle and subscribe on our YouTube channel, Extra Time Soccer Live. And don't forget, if you want to advertise your products or advertise your services with us, email us at extratimesoccerlive@gmail.com. Thank you, and do have a great day.